There we go. All right, we've got everybody jumping in. Hey guys, thank you so much. Great to see everybody. We've got Jeff's in the house. Hey man, Pam's here, Doretha's here. We've got James coming in as well. We've got a whole bunch of people on our live as well. Great to see you guys. I might just
up. Something wrong with your
pop
phone.
that mute on there and make sure we've got that all set. And we're good to go. Thank you, guys. Hey, drop a 1 in the chat and just let us know that you can see and hear us. I've got my head of operations here, the man that makes everything run, Mr. Kyle Hendricks. Thank you so much for joining us as well, man. Great to have you here. We are going to be running this through. Thanks, Pam. We had an amazing event a few days ago, and we walked through what we call our freedom system. And the freedom system is built to allow anyone to follow a very specific series of steps to achieve freedom in their life as an entrepreneur, and specifically with white label software. And although it doesn't matter which white label software you choose to run this with, we have our own white label lead generation program, which is part of the freedom program itself. So it helps you generate leads, but you can then white label and sell it. However, if you're selling GHL, if you're selling UpX, if you're selling Play, EL Messenger, any of the other white label programs that are out there and available, this system works exactly the same for that. And we're thrilled actually that this has been, I guess, 3 years in the making. We've had an incredible history of business owners and entrepreneurs coming through the system. We've now got hundreds of testimonials where people have been able to make their first dollar, have been able to make sales within their first 24 hours, sales within their first 2 hours. If you're talking Brad Elias, amazing. So this system has been proven over and over and over again. So we are, again, thrilled to have you guys here. I want this to be an interactive environment. We're going through, if you were with us on Monday as we opened up the Freedom Program, we'll be going through the same presentation. We are live, so hi everyone. This is 5 p.m. Friday on the 31st of May. If you're watching after that, it's a replay. Okay, so no hiding there. But we're going to be going through that same presentation, and we're opening this up as an encore because we had a whole bunch of people ask us different questions. How does the lead software work? How do I make the sales? What's included? All of that kind of stuff. So we wanted to make sure that we open this up as an encore to cover that off and show you guys how we can put this all together in the easiest possible way. So I'm just going to jump over here and grab hold of a screen share button when I get my Zoom windows in the right spot, and show you guys how this is all working. So let me click on the screen share button here, make sure we've got the right screen, and open that up. And Mr. Kyle, is that coming through on the screen share for you?
I see it.
Fantastico, fantastic. All right, so thanks, guys. And again, if you're watching us live on Facebook, that means you're a follower of mine. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Kyle, we can drop that link into the group as well if we like, into the community. So come on over to Zoom, and it's cometzoom.com. You can jump on in and engage with us here as we go through this question and answer and our freedom system. So welcome to the White Label Freedom event. Literally, the opportunity to follow a proven path and achieve freedom as an entrepreneur. And more than anything else, I think that message for myself and for my business partner, Johan, and for Kyle, we are focused on this program to achieve freedom in your life. Allowing entrepreneurs to achieve freedom means a lot of different things. For some people, it's just, let me get a couple of $1,000 a month and get free of the dagger hanging over my head, or let me get up to 10,000 a month and be able to replace my income, or let me create something that's a legacy for my kids because I'm in that sort of second phase and I want to make sure I'm leaving them something. All of those things are possible with white label software. There's a lot of paths to freedom, and I'm going to go through those in just a little while, but we've done this with software for a few different reasons. You can scale it. You can build a recurring income, which I think is probably the absolute key for achieving this freedom. So let's go through this. And again, guys, this is your time. This is your opportunity to ask questions. So make sure you're jumping in and figuring this out, because again, with the testimonials that we have, this is not just us saying, hey, we did it, we're great, we're kings. We literally laid it out as a system that everyone can follow. And I'd love for you guys to stick around. I'm going to bribe you to do that in just a second. But let's kick this off. So since we opened the doors to White Label Suite in 2021, we've shown over 2,000 agency owners and business owners how to succeed and get fast returns with their white label software. We've also evolved based on the feedback of that community to the point where we can show you the exact steps needed to duplicate that success over and over again. So welcome to the Freedom Event. I just mentioned Brad a few moments ago, $1,500 in monthly recurring revenue, still in my first month with White Label Suite. So being able to build that out, like we were talking to somebody the other day that was putting in 15 to 18 hours a week driving Uber just to make kind of $500 extra. And Brad's put that together in his first month and it's recurring. And guys, you're going to see a lot of these customer testimonials and comments during this little presentation here, purely because I feel like there's a lot of talk, you know, there's a lot of promises out there. And I know you guys have been on more than one webinar. There's plenty of webinars out there. So I want the understanding of what we've built here to come from our members, our clients. So you'll see a lot of those stories. All right, let's jump in. As I said, I'm going to bribe you to stick around on the event. I want you to go right through to understand the system that can help and enable that freedom. And to do that, to bribe you, we're going to actually give you a playbook right at the end, which is our next steps playbook. It's literally the playbook of what we're walking through here so that you can follow along and you can actually run this and see exactly what we're talking about on this presentation. So stick around, we'll make sure that that's available for you and you can walk away with that so that you've got something in your hands. So on our call, this is our agenda. We're going to probably run for around 45, 60 minutes, I would say. I'll try and keep it entertaining. I'll try and keep it interesting. I'll try not to go off on too many tangents, although can't make any promises on that, but I'll do my best. But this is what we're going to cover. So we're going to have a quick mental health check and ask, really, are we crazy? Then we're going to have a look at what is the true value for an entrepreneur? What are we doing this for? We've got one unfortunate, uncomfortable truth that I want to cover off with you guys. And then I'm going to show you literally the roadmap to breaking through and the system to allow yourself to build that true freedom-based business. So guys, just again, drop a 1 in the chat box if you feel like you're in the right room, and let me know what brought you to the webinar. Like what are the things here that you're really hoping to walk away with? I just want to reshare that screen so that we can optimize for the sound as we get there as well. So yeah, guys, like I'd love to hear from you. What is the main reason? What's the things that you're looking for to build with your business as we're laying this out? All right. So as I mentioned, a few customer stories are going to be coming through as we lay this out. This was from Calvin. He's like, super freaking excited. I just used White Label Suite to get in with a funding partner that's super picky. I showed them how I'd be generating some leads. And by the end of the Zoom call, they were literally begging me to be a part of their partner program and asking me if I'd be interested in generating leads for their company directly. I had C-level execs on the call, directors of marketing, directors of sales, to name a few. I killed that, all right? This is a 6 to 7 figure partnership. Excuse me while I shared a thug tear, right? So the reason I wanted to kind of open with that one as well as Brad's is because Calvin took the system that we had here and really blew the lid off. He wasn't talking about getting a single client or, you know, picking up a $300 a month subscription. Calvin opened the door to a 6 or 7 figure partnership using the exact steps and systems that we're about to show you in this one. So super cool. All right, let's do this mental health check. Let's get this, really asks the tough questions and see what we can come up with here. What are you here for? What is the reason that you want to be in business for yourself? And I'd love to hear your feedback. So take a couple of moments if you can, and just drop in the chat box for me. What are you here for? Why did you go into business for yourself? I remember from my personal story, I was in the corporate space. I was working in a software company actually, and the day my daughter was born, she's nearly 16. She's 16 in a month, and the day she was born, I was the ultimate employee. You guys, like if you had an employee like me, you would have been thrilled. I was there the first in the office in the morning. I was the last one to leave. I was putting everything in because I believed that, you know, that was my MO. I was always like that guy that put it in. But when my daughter was born, I was gallant enough, that's sarcastic, to take 3 whole days off. Wow, I took 3 whole days off. What? When my daughter was born. And on the day that I was going back to the office, So I'd had my 3 days off. My daughter's born. They're still actually in the hospital. And I went to the hospital before I went to the office. So I took, I got a nice croissant and whatever and took it into my wife and gave her a kiss and cuddled the baby for a little bit. And then I popped the baby back into my wife's arms and I got back in my car and I drove to the office and I sat there, and the symbol that had represented my working life up until that point was my desk and my office and my corporate identity. But that morning, when I drove into the office, and again, I was still the first one there. So you can imagine what early time I was at the hospital kissing my brand new baby. And that morning, as I turned the lights on and I sat at my desk, I literally looked around and I went, what the hell am I doing here? What the hell am I doing here? When I've got a brand new daughter 20 minutes away who has now been born, that is now a part of my life forever. Why am I here? And this was my turning point to become an entrepreneur. And I started literally that same week to look for different ways of making money. And I started lots and lots of different kind of searching up stuff on the internet and trying to find my way through, right? And this is 16 years ago in a month's time. And I did a bunch of stuff. We found our way. It wasn't until my second daughter was born, which was 2.5 years later, that I was a full-time entrepreneur. So I started side hustling. I started in the evenings. I started working nights and weekends, just trying to, now I wasn't making any money, but I was just learning, trying to put something together. And then we had our first kind of $100 made from online. We had our first, $500. We had our first $1,000 day. We had our first $10,000 day, and I was still working a job. And at that point, I started to think I could do this, right? And the big thing for me, and again, this is what I'm asking from you guys, the big thing for me was that I wanted to be able to be free of my time. Yeah? Guys, does that resonate with anyone? Is anybody else really, obviously money, freedom of time and freedom of money are the two things that most entrepreneurs are chasing. Guys, give me a one if that's true for you as well. Are you chasing freedom of time? Are you chasing freedom of money? All right. And since that day, so I'm getting the ones in the chat. Thanks, appreciate it. So freedom of time, freedom of money. I want to be able to not have to worry about the bills, and I want to be able to do what I want with my time. Since my second daughter was born, just to finish that off, I have been a full-time entrepreneur and able to pick them up from school every single day, spend quality time with the kids, which has been amazing. Now, the money hasn't always been amazing. We got free, all right, and then did a bunch of mistakes that nearly sent us to the wall. Got it back up again, broke the system, got back up again, and then built a multi-million-dollar business, which is what we're here to talk about today. So I've been through those steps. I guess I just wanted to build that out with you guys. So we saw in the ones there, the people that were joining us in the chat box, the true value for an entrepreneur is freedom, right? The true value is freedom. And Pam, I can see a little private question there. Can a newbie who's just getting started in this system build an agency and run with it? Or do I have to have a little seasoning? I'm trying to determine if I can plug this into the agency I'm building. Pam, that's a great question. The answer is you can 100% do it. One of our testimonial clients is a 16-year-old kid, all right, who actually booked 9 meetings in his first week and created an income stream that most 40-year-olds would be proud of. So you can do it from scratch. You need to have a little bit of tech knowledge and a heck of a lot of tenacity. But if you're willing to do the work, we've literally got the program. And we start the workshop part of this next Monday. So as we close off this launch of the Freedom Program, we launch into a workshop and we will show you the steps to get that up and running, Pam. So the true value for an entrepreneur, freedom. To be able to do what you want with your time, to be able to create your own income. I talked about having my first $10,000 day. Can't do that as an entrepreneur. Can't do that as an employee. It's just not possible, right? I remember our first $100,000 month. Can't do that as an employee, right? So having the freedom to be able to create those results. We also had months where we didn't make more than $10, right? And still had mortgages to pay. So again, having the freedom means that you have the responsibility as well. And there's things that you can do and lessons learned that part of the the reason that we endorse our community so much is we've got 2,000 entrepreneurs in there, and there's an opportunity to avoid those mistakes by being part of that. So the true value for an entrepreneur, the things that we really push for are freedom of time and freedom of money. And literally that's what we're here to make sure that we go through with you guys. So let's jump in. Can I just get a little bit of feedback of what you've tried? So being an entrepreneur, being somebody that's starting a business, looking to achieve that freedom for yourself, what have you already tried? Have you tried maybe affiliate marketing, where you're promoting another product, picking up a commission, right? Have you tried content creation, becoming, building that audience and being an influencer? So that's a really massive method that people are looking to create that side hustle and start an income business these days. So have you tried drop shipping? Have you looked at network marketing? Have you tried running an agency? As Pam's just said, she's starting that up. Have you even tried white label software? Guys, have you tried any of these or all of them? Just pop a 1 in the chat box if at least one of these you've had a shot at in this race to freedom. There's so many different paths that people are succeeding, yeah? And I'm sure they've come across your world. People have said to you, hey, this is great. So you jump over there and have a look at it. Like, I know that on this list, the only one I haven't really dug my heels into and had a go at was dropshipping. I hadn't really ever got into that space, but I've done everything else. Affiliate marketing is where I started looking to make some money. Didn't do very well until the point that we built up an audience. So we turned that into a $1 million side hustle as well, but didn't start that way. Content creating, absolutely tried that one, doing YouTubes every day for 6 months. Network marketing, absolutely. Geez, I burned a lot of friends and relationships with that one. I've got my own system that I feel about network marketing, which is write a list and set fire to it and never speak to those people again, and learn how to generate leads that are interested in your business. But we can get onto that on another call. Running an agency, absolutely. Nearly sent me to the wall. Every time we got a new client, we were almost in that, I don't know, celebration and commiseration moment. It's like, yes, a new client. Oh no, a new client. We had to fulfill, and that's why I love the software industry, because the software itself is the product. So Alucci just said, started doing content creation, yet to start affiliate marketing, been studying up until now. Amazing. You're in the right place, man. We'll show you exactly the steps that we've taken to break through that stuff. And white label software. Again, looking at that, there's a specific strategy that's working, and it's not about working harder. Literally, it's not about doing more hours. So we'll go through that. So the thing is, all of those systems work, right? All of those systems work. They've been proven. They've been proven to work. And if that wasn't true, you wouldn't see photos like this when you're looking at your Instagram or your Facebook or your TikTok reels, right? You wouldn't see people celebrating their next house or their first house or their Lamborghini or their Maldives holiday or their private jet. You wouldn't see those. But here's the truth. Here's the truth. The social media doesn't tell the whole story, right? Social media, that is a highlight reel. Yeah. So what we see on social media is the celebratory win. It's the gold medal. It's the crossing of the finish line. It's the celebration. And that's great, but it doesn't show you the years and years and years and years of work and struggle and training and building to get that gold medal, right? It's a highlight reel, and we've all done it. We've all like taken that shot like, oh my God, living the great life. Yeah, but it's taken 5 years to put those building blocks together, right? So social media doesn't tell the full story. It just gives that highlight reel. And the problem is that we judge ourselves by it, right? We judge ourselves by that highlight reel of other people's lives. Like, man, why are they able to make it work and it doesn't work for me? Because all of that work and system that's gone into place to create those results hasn't been shared in that highlight moment, right? And yet social media, and again, purely from a personal philosophy point of view, social media is results in so much bad feeling and low self-esteem because we judge ourselves by the highlight reel. There's a whole truckload of work that goes into getting those results, all right? But we just see the medals. We just see the private jets and the Lamborghinis. And we're like, man, hey, Roxy, great to have you on the call. Roxy joined us in our Freedom Program when we launched on Monday. Amazing to see you here. So thanks for joining us. Right. So if it's true that these systems work, why then do most of us have these feelings. So I'm going to pop a couple of things up onto the screen and just type a 1 if that feeling resonates with you, or a yep, or just a yes, whatever you feel like, whatever the spirit moves you. Drop into the chat box if any of these are feelings that you've had in the past. Number 1, just drop a 1 if this is you. I'm lost and I don't know the next step. So this is common, where it's like, okay, I really want it. I'm willing to work. I need to know what's next. What do I actually do? Yeah, a couple of 1s coming through with that one. Yeah, absolutely. What about this one? I don't know how to build an offer that people respond to. I've got something for sale, but it doesn't seem like people want it. It's like, I'm making this, I'm trying to sell stuff, but people will look at it and not buy. I don't understand what's the difference with creating that offer. Yep, a couple of 1s on that one as well. Guys, by the way, these comments here are coming from the GHL community. So GHL is an amazing program which has created so many entrepreneurs and freedom-based operations. If you're not running GHL, no worries. There's so many other ways that are there. But GHL's got 70,000 people who own that white label software, and we've got a whole bunch of stuff that you can grab GHL in our members area if you're not a member. But these comments come from that 70,000 person community. And the reason I say that is it took me 2 minutes to go and find these. You're not alone. This is common. These feelings are common. David West, great to see you, man. Thank you so much for joining us. David, one of our members, popping in as well. Amazing to have you with us. So what about that one? I don't know how to build a great offer. People just don't seem to want what I have. This one, I don't know how to price my system. I see people were offering it for $97. Do I charge $97 or $497? How do I add a setup fee? I don't know how to price it. Is that anybody? Anybody's like, I struggle just putting a price on what I've got. Yeah, a couple of people there. Cool. Yeah, common. I don't know who to sell to. People talking about finding a niche. I don't know what niche to go into. I've been a student my whole life, or I've been a construction worker, or I had a guy who actually invested in our white label program. And he's like, how do I go from being a lawyer? He was worried that he didn't have a recurring residual income when he left his corporate job. So he was a lawyer, and he said, how do I go from being a lawyer to now talking to people about software? I said to him, as a lawyer, your best phrase is, I just invested in this software program. It's now an investment of mine. I'd love to talk to you about it. But I understand who to sell to. I don't know how to, am I talking to gyms or pizza shops, or should I be approaching accountants or business coaches? Who should I be selling to? Struggling to find a niche. One of the most common questions that we see. This one, oh, huge. I don't know how to sell. That whole, is this anybody? Drop a 1 if this is resonant for you guys. I've never said I could sell. I've always been a hard worker, but sales scares the heck out of me. I just don't even know what to say, what to do. Yeah. Thank you, David. Great to see you, bro. And I hope you're feeling better soon. I don't know how to sell, right? I don't ever want to see myself as a salesperson. Yeah, we got you covered there as well. I hear that. Yeah. This one, what about this one? I really battle with the tech side. Anyone? Is anybody getting stuck in the tech, right? I can't tell my DNS records from my automations, and my forms and features are just coming out my ears, and I just can't seem to plug the wires into the right spots. Yeah, common, guys, you're not alone. But this is the biggest one of all. Give me a 1 with an exclamation mark if this one resonates. The biggest one of all. I'm just so overwhelmed, right? I don't know what to do. How about that one? Does that resonate with anyone? I'm so overwhelmed that I just don't know what to do. Look at those 1s. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so overwhelmed. All right. This is probably the most common stumbling block for people who are looking to create some freedom for themselves. It's just so much to do. We actually, Kyle and I have been working really hard to put together the overwhelm beater. We will literally give you, when we kick our workshop off on Monday, we will give you the exact method to beat overwhelm that's been proven over and over again. All right. So make sure you're in and getting ready for that workshop kicking off. And again, if you're watching this as a replay, the workshop will be available for you. So I'm so overwhelmed. Right. So guys, just drop it, like, if you can, if you've got a moment, drop it in the chat box. What are of those things, what do you feel is your biggest one? What was the one that kind of made you go, yep, what the SMTP said, David? Yeah, absolutely. The tech side. What's the biggest problem that's held you back, do you feel, in your pursuit of freedom? It might not have been one of the ones that I listed there. Might have been something else, perhaps. Sales, says Roxy. Yeah. Man, Roxy, I know you're already in the freedom program. You're going to love day 3. We've got literally the best in the world coming to talk to you. It's going to be incredible. So guys, here's the uncomfortable truth. All right. And I debated about doing this because the truth is uncomfortable. It's really quite awkward. And when Kyle and I were putting the presentation together, we were like, did we actually do, like, this is a bit of a slap, you guys. Like, this is a bit of a tough love moment, unfortunately. This truth is uncomfortable, but the truth will set you free. You got it. And this is the Freedom Workshop. So we said, we have to do it. We have to do this so that we can help get unstuck and move forward. So the uncomfortable truth with all of those things, tech overwhelm, not knowing sales, don't know how to do a niche, can't do my pricing, haven't got an understanding of the offer, all of that stuff, we've been doing it wrong. If you're feeling any of those ways, the truth is you've been doing it wrong. And that's okay. Because when we can actually say, okay, cool. If I've been doing it, if I'm feeling like that, I've been doing it wrong, then I already know that I can move past that. Yes, John, absolutely. Guys, anybody that's a White Label Suite member is already in this freedom system. We're kicking it off on Monday. As a White Label Suite paying customer, you get what we release, man. So yeah, you're in, John. So if you've had those feelings, you've been straight talk, right? You've been doing it wrong. And I've said we've been doing it wrong because I faced that as well, right? We've been doing it wrong. If you get to that point, we've been doing it wrong. Yeah. But here's the good part. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. I need you to feel this. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Okay. It's simply a missing step that hasn't come into your world in a way that makes sense yet. All right. It's not your fault. It's just in a puzzle box that has got a few pieces in it. There's been one missing that once you put that puzzle piece in place, you go, oh, look at the picture. Wow, I didn't even see that coming in. It's not your fault. It's just that that piece, that step hasn't come into your world in a way that you have been able to understand yet. All right. When I used to teach my Taekwondo class, which was one of my proudest things, to get a black belt and then become an instructor in Taekwondo, I used to stand up at the front of the class, and a lot of the time we had teenagers coming in, learning their self-confidence and doing all that kind of stuff. And we had this rule in class when we were trying to do something that was really tough. And a lot of the kids would say, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it. And we used to say, I can't do it yet. All right. So it's not your fault. It's just that it hasn't come into your world yet. So let's move that forward. I feel like me saying that, I hope, is enabling you to be set free. But there's somebody that I relate to that says it better than me. So I want to introduce that particular person. Who knows this guy? Drop his name in the chat if you know who this is. Drop his name in. Let's see if we've got some fans in here. This, for those who don't know, this is Alex Hormozi. Yeah, you got it. Alex Hormozi. He's the founder of acquisition.com. And in a recent presentation by Alex, talking about the value of money and how to make it and achieve their freedom, I took these next stats or slides directly from his presentation. So this is Alex's words from his presentation. And by the way, we believe in this presentation so much that it's in our members area, right? We don't have a lot of other people's content in our members area, but we've got this one. And I've got this on replay, so I watch it at least 4 times a year. Every 90 days, I go and plug into this presentation. So here's some of the slides from Alex's presentation. So just so, again, building the the authority behind Alex, even though he's a young guy, this is directly from his slides. He was able to take home more in a year than the CEOs of McDonald's, IKEA, Ford, Motorola, and Yahoo combined in a year. And he didn't just do that once. He did that for 6 years in a row so far. All right. Which makes him what? Rich and free. Because now at age 32, Alex has got a portfolio of over $200 million and a net worth of 100 million plus. Now, what does that mean? The dude knows his stuff. All right. So I want Alex himself to actually talk to you guys about this missing piece. All right. So I've got a little clip here of Alex. I'm going to play that right now. It's about 6 minutes. And I hope watching this will set you free. All right. So let's get Alex to talk to us about this. Just give me a 1 once you can hear the sound on this, guys. I just want to make sure that you've got the audio coming through.
The second is why new stuff is making you poor. And this is especially relevant for everyone here. Part of this, again, was inspired by the conversations I was having last night at Yogurtland. So thank you for everybody who showed up for that. This is also how not to get leverage. And I felt compelled to make this because I hope that some of you identify with this, because I would bet that the majority of you are doing this. How not to get leverage. There are 5 pieces to this that I want to break down today. Number 1, uninformed optimism. Number 2 is a story I'll tell you about a construction buddy of mine. Number 3 is something I call the magic wand story. Number 4 is half-built bridges. Number 5 is the woman with the red dress. You're like, I have no fucking clue what that means. You will. So let's start with uninformed optimism. Who here has seen this? This is stages of change, stages of transition. Anyone seen this chart before? Okay, cool. Not a lot of you. Perfect. So there are 5 steps, and I remember the first time I saw this, it changed my life. Whenever you're analyzing something new, who here has had a buddy tell you about something that they're doing and they're making a lot of money doing it, and then you immediately feel shitty about what you're doing and then think, I should get out of my opportunity vehicle, go over here and do what they're doing? Who has felt that? Thank you. Everyone has. The reason is because we're at step 1, which is uninformed optimism. You don't know enough about what they're saying. They're just giving you the highlights. They're giving you the Instagram reel. They're not giving you the real. Yeah. Once you decide to get out of your little vehicle and then go over there, then you tell your buddy, you're like, hey, why am I not making money? He's like, oh, well, there's like 100 other fucking steps that I didn't talk to you about in the beginning, but and it's actually nearly impossible, and I got really lucky that one time. And now all of a sudden it looks like all the people at your old job are making more money than you. But yeah, let's keep doing it. So you move to stage 2, which is informed pessimism. You are now aware of the shit that is involved to make the money that you want in this new thing. Now you think, okay, this is probably the worst part. But then time elapses, and it's still shitty, and you still haven't made money yet. It blows more now because you have invested more time and still have 0. So your actual output to time is lowering, which is why it's so painful, which is where people get into the crisis of meaning. Why the fuck am I doing this? What does money even matter anyways? You know what? I'd be happier if I just spent more time with my kids. You change your goal because you encounter difficulty. And so what happens most times is that people then crash and burn. I'm going to skip 1 forward and then I'm going to come back because I want the visual to work the way I want. Fuck it. Okay, so if you're at the crisis of meaning, this is where most people offshoot. What happens here, where that 4th dot there on the bottom, if I were to cross it out and write uninformed optimism again, that's what most of you do. You find about something cool. Informed pessimism, it kind of sucks. Oh shit, it's way harder than I thought. Uninformed optimism, I'll try something else. And then you do it again and again and again. And the difference between video games and real life, where you face the boss and you can't pass the level until you beat the boss, is that when you die in the video game, you restart a few seconds later. In the game of entrepreneurship, you start years later. This is why people don't progress. They keep fighting the same boss that can't learn the same fucking lesson. They keep losing. And I'm saying this because some of you, I heard at Yogurtland, and I know that that's representative of other people here, you keep fighting the same boss, and the boss is being able to stick with it. is getting through, in different charts on this, the crisis of meaning is also called the valley of despair, is getting through. From there, you get into informed optimism. You figure out that little thing, you're like, I had to do this one thing, and then this started working, and then, you know what, I found out I could clean the list through this tool I found on the internet because I joined this forum, and they started doing that, and then all of a sudden my pickup rates tripled, right? Or my response rates tripled, or my throughput on my website went up, whatever it is, right? And so you have to get through that piece. Then you get to informed optimism, and then number 6, you achieve. And then all your friends are like, yo, what are you doing? And you're like, oh, I got this thing. And then all of them come, right? That is where most people start something new, over and over and over again, and they don't learn the lesson. And so this is what their life looks like. Over and over and over and over again. Who here has more than one business in the last 24 months? Be honest. Thank you for being honest. I appreciate it. First thing, it's normal. I had 9 businesses and I was broke. So I say this with the pain of experience. I'm not saying this to be on a pulpit. I'm saying it because the faster you can get through it, the faster you will start making money. You have to beat the boss. Everyone thinks the grass is greener, but the other side's still lined with shit. So, like, that's why the grass is so green. There's shit everywhere. I have a CFO who's been with us for a long time. She went through all of our exits last year. She's probably almost 60. And she has this saying, she's like, it's all shit. Doesn't matter what business it is, they all got shit. She's Southern. And Suzanne's awesome. But it just always reminds me of this, is that there's always shit. And whenever we're starting something new, we encounter something that we didn't know before, and we're like, oh, this makes this shittier. And then we think, well, are we going to jump out? No. Well, this is new information. Great. We're more informed. Fantastic. So that is the thing number 1 that is keeping you poor, uninformed optimism.
All right, guys, does that make sense? And again, I wanted to let Alex talk that through because of his credentials, right? The man has walked the path. Does it make sense? Yeah? Does it make sense? It's like, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's just a piece of the puzzle. It's that everything looks great when you're looking at the highlight reel, right? And then it's that, holy crap, I've got to actually do a whole bunch of stuff that I didn't know about. And then it's like, okay, if I learn that, it's time invested and now it feels terrible, and it's coming through that. So yeah, people are just like, Hormozi, he's a legend. So that made so much sense to me. So it's not your fault. It's success amnesia, right? It's success amnesia. It's, you know, when people are making it, it's that, oh yeah moment before the informed pessimist. So, oh yeah, I forgot to tell you that, you know, you got to do these 23 different steps in order so that you can, oh my God, it's not your fault, right? And we see this not just as an entrepreneur, we see this in the employee space as well. Stories like this, all right, says the store manager to the new employee. So welcome on board. You're going to love it here. I became a store manager in just under a year, so you've got a really bright future. Let's start out the right way. Today, can you please set up the new display in the shop front window, making sure our top 3 SKUs have the ideal merchandising positions, and then jump into the tills and cash up. So the person there can now have a take a break. And once done, run the profitability report for the day, pass it up line, and let me know if you get stuck, which results in what? Right? It's success amnesia. We forget the steps it takes to move through this. And that's why I wanted to talk to you guys today, because we went through this. We as a company, myself and my business partner, Johan, we went through this. We went through this valley with white label software. And in fact, it was with GHL as the opportunity, right? We saw the uninformed optimism. Oh my God, this is going to be the greatest thing ever, right? We then hit the holy dooly, this is just a freaking nightmare. I'm a tech guy and it took me 3 months to get through the tech. We're going to talk about in our workshop that was literally the wrong thing to do. So that's what the whole we're doing it wrong thing, right? But we hit that crisis of meaning where we were struggling so hard. I'll talk about that on the next slide. But we actually put the pieces together and we made it through. We made it through to a spectacular level where it's like 50,000 monthly recurring revenue. And the piece that's really amazing is when we worked out how to do it, we'd struggled for like 18 months. And when we finally worked out how to do it, we got there in 90 days. Like, whoa. And that's what I really want to encourage you guys with, is that uptick when you get it, when you crack it, can be so fast. And I remember Jim Rohn actually said, when success opens your door, it'll do so with such a rush that you'll wonder how it's been stuck outside for so long, right? When we got that tick, it was incredible. And we made a post in the GHL group. We're like, 50K MRR, baby, we did it, 90 days. 273 comments later where people saying, how did you do it? How did you do it? Oh my God, how did you do it? Was the birth of White Label Suite. We actually said, well, we've got this system, and they're like, can we have that? And we're like, all right, well, let's white label it, right? And now over 2,000 people been through that program. So we cracked it, right? We had that whole scope and we cracked it. And why did we do it with white label software as opposed to any other solution? It was within our knowledge, like we'd already put the time in, we already had that kind of space. As I said, I was techie, had some software background. So it was already within our space, and it gave us the fastest path to that freedom, that monthly recurring revenue. Like that was the shoot. So we did it with white label software. You can do it with anything, but we chose white label software because it was within our wheelhouse, could create recurring revenue, was something that we'd been through the valley. All right. So we gave it all to that. So whilst other paths work, our focus has been here. We took that path and we struggled. And when I say we struggled, when we had that uninformed optimism, we went all in on opening a GHL agency. We had 12 clients in 6 months. And in our workshop, again, I'll cover off one of our mistakes. I call it, there's a hide and seek penalty box. All right. And I call it the cycle of doom, which again, we're going to go through in the workshop. Like we went through this where we priced it too low, where we were desperate for money. So those 12 clients weren't coming on with big checkbooks. They were coming on at $297 a month. And let me tell you, when you've got 2 business owners and like you're trying to feed families and pay mortgages, 12 clients in 6 months at $297 ain't so flash, right? It was literally that crisis of meaning. It was, oh my God, what are we doing this for? And then we did it. We changed one thing and we built a multi-million-dollar freedom-based business with white label software. And now we've taught countless others to do the same thing. So I just wanted to kind of give you that history. So the benefit of white label software, like, again, if you're here, you kind of want to know, why do I do it with software? Why not affiliate marketing? And why not drop shipping? And why not, all of that stuff? We chose white label software for a few different reasons. Number one, it's got a minimum return for an uncapped, minimal investment for an uncapped return. You can literally build this as big as you want, which is step number one of an entrepreneur, right? Don't put a lid on me. Just, if I work hard, I want more. Okay, cool. Got it. With white label software, it's possible. There's no dev costs. It's typically $1 million plus to launch a commercial platform. Trust me, I know. I've built multiple software companies over the years, exited a few and got us to where we are, right? So you can do all this no code stuff and build it with Airtable and Bubble and, a few AI bots and whatever. But to get a commercial program, you need $1 million. But if you're picking up a white label program, that money's already been spent. The support infrastructure is already in place. Amazing. So if you're building your own software program, you also need to fund a support team. Ouch. It is expensive, right? But again, the benefit of white label software is that has all been taken care of. The market fit has been proven without your ad dollars, all right? Let me emphasize your ad dollars, right? So it costs a lot of money to actually find a market fit with a program. That's already been done. There's no test and guess, all right? That's the most expensive thing as an entrepreneur. I wonder if this will work. There goes $100. I wonder if that'll work. Oh, there goes $300. I wonder if this will work. There goes $500. No test and guess with a white label program. All of the marketing collateral is available. Oh, this is huge. You don't understand how huge this is until you hear the story of Brad Elias, who took a pre-done social media post within an hour of starting with us, dropped it into a business group and literally said, hey, I've got a brand new tool. I'd love you guys to check it out, with a pre-done marketing piece, and made 2 sales on his first day. Done. Right? Amazing. So having that marketing collateral, you don't have to create it. You don't have to think of the messaging. It's already in place. The niches are proven. We know who buys it, who's a user of the software. We can tell you, you don't have to even think that through. There's playbooks and templates and blueprints. All of that's done. So a white label software really is a business in a box, right? It allows you the freedom model, which is so important for entrepreneurs. So it is the path that we took, and then we duplicated it. And this is the important piece, right? We documented what worked, we mapped it out, and then we taught it to others. And that's where all these testimonials are coming from. And then based on real feedback over the last 2 years, we fine-tuned it. We fine-tuned that whole model so that we could take out the overwhelm piece. We could take out the tech piece. We built it back down to fundamental building blocks that now we can bang this success stories out over and over and over again. Okay. And it's a really interesting thought pattern, because we then proved that we could replicate it. So it's not just like, hey, look at that. That was a bit lucky. Was it lucky? Or can we do it again? So we did it again and again. We taught people how to get their first client. We taught people how to get big clients, 13 branch deal, right? We showed people how to get 2 clients in a week. We showed people how to get 4 in a week, 4 sales in a week, when it took us 6 months to get 12, right? 4 in a day, sorry, with Charles. Betsy, 2 licenses sold today. How was it? Easiest sale ever. Who wants to be able to say that? So we did it again and again and again. We taught people how to automate their systems. We taught people how to do this despite tech overwhelm, right? Gareth, first client on board, not even set it up yet. Hero moment, because that should point the path about your steps. And we'll cover that in the workshop, right? So I want to cover this one, right? This is always a moment of skepticism. Yeah, it's like, yeah, so if you got it all figured, why would you teach it to me? That's a great question. So I want to answer that in exactly the same way that GHL, who are now a $1 billion company, have done. We've structured and built our business in such a way that the more people we help to achieve it, the better we do. Does that make sense? So just like GHL, when you're like, how can they let us have unlimited sub accounts for $4.97? It's just, how can they afford to do that? Because the way they've structured their business is that the more clients you get, the more emails are going out, the more text messages, the more AI is being used, the more, all automations are done. Like the more that monthly credit, that SaaS platform is generating millions and millions and millions of dollars. So the good thing for GHL is exactly the same way we built that business. It's like, if we give you the exact framework and help you succeed, the better we do. So our mission then is to enable 1 million entrepreneurs to live their best lives and achieve freedom for themselves, right? So the only way that we could do that was to structure our business in such a way that the only way we can win is if you win, right? The only way we can win is if you win. And that just gives me one simple question, really. Will you let us help you? Right? So what would things be like for you if you could solve that big roadblock that you were thinking of and achieve that freedom? What would things be like for you? How would your money be different if we can get you through this valley and show you the pieces that have succeeded for so many people? How would things be different for you with money? Question, really, guys, drop in the chat. I want you to think about it because it's important. How will it be different if this works? What will your life be like if you can unlock a recurring income freedom machine? And again, as Alex Hormozi says, if you could buy a recurring income freedom machine, it wouldn't be cheap. All right. So don't expect it to be cheap in terms of what you need to do, but would it be valuable? How would your money be different? How would your time be different? What would you do with your days? All right. I have to say, and Kyle probably hates me for this, but maybe not. We're both in the same game together. I'm working less now than I ever have been. And our $1 million business is running, and I'm working less now than I ever have been because the systems are in place. And it's, again, just proven. Yeah. What about this one? How would your health be different? So many times we hear the story of the person that achieved success with their business and turned around and their family was gone, right? Not worth it. How would your health be different if you had this opportunity? And your relationships, being able to live longer, live healthier, be more active, and who with, right? How would this impact you? As Roxy said, I'm counting on it. Yeah, exactly. Aren't we? Aren't we though? Aren't we counting on it? So then we better make it count, right? We better make it count. And this is what we're here for. So what would your life be like? I really want you to ponder that, because again, this is not us saying, hey, great job, White Label Suite crew. You guys have achieved that freedom. It's like, yeah, but the way that we've structured the business now is our growth means we need to help others do the same thing. That's how we grow. So we want to grow. We want to get bigger. We just need more people that want that freedom to come along with us. Is it you? So that's my question for you guys. I've got literally just one question. Will you let us help you to achieve that dream so we can succeed as well, right? Will you let us help you? And if your answer is yes, I'll let you help me. You guys have proven it. I can see the testimonials. I need help. I'll let you help me, all right? I'd like to introduce the White Label Suite Freedom Program. The White Label Suite Freedom Program is the culmination of the last 3 years, thousands of case studies and students coming through. It's our best software. It's our system for enabling you to create sales quickly, beat overwhelm, and get in front of the curve. And again, we just have the stories to back it up, to prove that it's not just us, right? Signed up client number 2, straight off the demo. Thanks, White Label Suite. I love working with White Label Suite. I'm held accountable. They provide exceptional training. They go over and above. They love listening to ideas. The ultimate win-win, right? So the White Label Suite program is the customer driven, which means we've taken the feedback of our clients and we've fine-tuned this is what I mean by customer driven. It's the customer driven freedom program to build and enjoy a freedom-based business with white label software. All right. Regardless of which software program you work with, we'll be working with you to build a scalable plan that works with any white label software. And a couple we work with high level. We've got the White Label Suite Leads program. We've got CloudKey with EL Messenger, UpHex, Play, so many other different options that are there. The system is the same, right? And again, from Rob, I'm blown away by the value proposition, the success formula spelled out. So cool, right? Jeff, yeah, man, you're already a member of White Label Suite, a paying member. You get access to the program, kicks off on Monday. So this is a combination of the specific step-by-step training, the workshops and the challenges, and the software and tools to achieve that freedom. That's what this is. The Freedom Program is training, it's software, it's a white label license to the program, it's all of that, all right? So we start you off, remember I talked about success amnesia, it's that oh yeah moment. We start you off by eliminating that success amnesia. We backtracked over 3 years, we documented the steps, we make sure they're specific, and we've laying this out in our workshop, which starts on Monday for our members. The workshop, the Freedom Path workshop looks like this. On day 1, I want you to concentrate on that bottom line of day 1 for a second. Day 1 is about beating the overwhelm. It's about building the business you want, and it's about the infrastructure and setup that you need to have in place. That is day 1 in the program. It's literally like dust off what you know and rebuild it in a proven way that we've already seen work over and over and over again. Okay, so day 1 is beat the overwhelm and get the steps in place. We can show you exactly how to do that. I'm so excited to go through this with you on Monday. We've got the presentation all ready to rock because I just think that this is the freedom piece in itself, day 1. Then day 2, headed up by Mr. Kyle, how to choose a niche, how to price your offer, how to put a great offer together, how to actually structure an offer that people can't say no to, all right? We're going to talk about how to create what's called lead magnets and payment systems. Now, don't get overwhelmed by the tech. We're going to make it easy for you. And again, that's all about day 1, all right? So how to beat that overwhelm and what to do next. Then niches, offers, and payments, right? Get money. By the end of day 2, you'll be ready to take money, all right? So these workshop sessions are going to be around 2.5 hours each. All right. We're kicking them off at 5 p.m. Eastern. And as a member, of course, you get the recordings forever. So they will be there permanently. You can go back through, revise, share it with your team. Yeah. So day 1, how do I do this? Day 2, be ready to take money. Day 3, we're bringing in literally the best trainer in the world, John Logar, who's taught more GHL owners to make 6-7-figure checks than anybody else on the planet. He's running our day 3 workshop. about how to sell. He's going to cover the secret sales process of 8-figure sales earners and the bonus sales accelerator. That's day 3. You want to be there for that. All right. And day 4, we're going to talk then about how to generate leads and your fastest steps to selling and how to deliver that without killing yourself by working 1 million hours a week. Now, that's just the part 1 of our Freedom Program. The workshop is just part 1. All right. But who already knows that this will be the kickstart they need to move forward? Just that, just that workshop program. Who already knows that this is the one? Give me a 1 in the chat box if you're going, yep, can't wait. Give me a 1 if you're thinking, oh, goodness me, this is exactly what I'm looking for. We kick that off. 1, 1, 1. The ones, the capital ones, we're in. This is the culmination of 3 years worth of fine-tuning exactly what works. And we're going to teach it to you specifically in our Freedom Workshop. Now, the Freedom Workshop is only part 1 of the Freedom System, but it's like the key that unlocks. Yeah. So part 1, the Freedom Workshop. As soon as the workshop's finished, you're straight into what we call our Fast Client Challenge. 5 steps, 5 days with guided training and accountability. And at the end of these 5 days, the goal is for you to have a paying client, right? We will have everything laid out, ready to rock for you. So you go straight from the workshop into the 5-day challenge, where by the end, where our goal is to have a paying client with you. All right. So that's part 2 of the Freedom System. Oh, but if you think we'd leave you there, you're crazy. You also get a full year of our lead generation program and 12,000 targeted lead credits so that you can find customers easily. Instantly find your ideal target market. Engage AI to create powerful ideal client profile suggestions. Enrich every lead with social media. Create AI introductions and summaries. We pre-screen those leads to ensure market fit and instantly sync with GHL and all your campaigns. That's included in our Freedom Program. A full year of our lead generation program. And we also let you white label that leads program. So not only are you getting all of the systems, not only are you getting the lead gen system to help you fill your funnels and actually make sales with this, but we also let you white label that program. And it is literally your own business in the box. If you've got nothing else on the shelf, you can white label our leads program and sell it under your own brand as many times as you want, right? And as we know, leads are the hottest market there is. This is literally the thing that businesses will bite your arm off for. Hey, Mr. Business Owner, how about switching out your CRMs? I'd love to talk to you about new marketing automation programs. Nah, not really. Been with HubSpot for 5 years, don't really want to change. Hey, Mr. Business Owner, how about if we could put a couple of 100 targeted qualified leads into your funnel in the next 30 days? Would that be of interest? Yeah, credit card. It is literally the hottest market there is. And as Philip said, the guy purchased right on the spot with our white label leads program. I'm going to show you the program in a sec. He didn't even need to see the demo. He was just ready to go. The program's amazing. I emailed 3 of my top clients. 1 responded, 1 scheduled a demo. I managed to get through the demo. They signed up for $297 a month. I'm still on the free trial of GHL. Amazing. All right. Plus, included in that, we're also giving our 20 free lead system. This is that missing piece that I talked about in the Valley of Despair. When we stopped trying to make a billion different sales, we just did this. We opened the door by offering people to generate free leads for them when they jump on a call with us. And again, we show you how to do this. So we give you the snapshot that you can install this and run it immediately, that you actually have the exact same system that we finally unlocked and built to 50K MRR in 90 days. It's the 20 free lead system. We went to businesses and we said, hey, if you'll jump on a call with me for 15 or 20 minutes, I'll generate 20 leads for you for free. And I'll show you exactly how you can do that anytime you want to. Calendars booked out, people making sales in their first hours. That's the system that made us famous. We're giving it to you, all right? The fast sales snapshot. This is like, I want to build a web page. I need to have like all my sales copy written, done. That fast sales snapshot means that you can have all your systems ready to go. You literally just have to take the money. Okay. So that's included in our Freedom Workshop, in our Freedom System. Okay. And does it work? As Gigi said, I got my first sign up from the 20 free leads campaign. I'm psyched. Brand new here. Love the system. Community and offer started implementing what's taught. Got my first appointment booked. Let's go. All right. So what is the White Label Freedom Program? It is the Freedom Path Workshop. And of course, you get all of the templates, the recordings, the workbooks that go with that. You get our Fast Client Challenge. So once you've gone through the workshop, you've got the structure right. Now let's go and get some paying customers, fully set up, automated business up and running for you. The 20 free lead system and the fast sales snapshots. And you get that full year's access to our lead gen program with 1,000 leads a month. And we give you the white label rights to that program, right? So we actually will give you the white label rights to the leads program as well. And we just had one of our existing members pop in, Mr. Philip Williams. Philip, amazing to see, man. I'm going to go back a slide because your testimonial is here with us. Where is it? Where's Philip's? There it is. Philip Williams. This guy purchased right on the spot. Didn't even need to see. He was ready to go. The program's amazing. Philip, just jumping in with us there. Amazing to have you with us. So the White Label Freedom Program is what we're putting together, for you as an entrepreneur to achieve freedom in your life. You're getting the workshop where we literally break this down. 2 hours a day for 4 days. You're going to love it. Best trainer in the world. We're going to eradicate the overwhelm. We're going to give you the exact steps you need to build it. We're going to give you the sales training and the offer systems that are going to have you set up and running. Take that then into the challenge. Go and get a paid client. We're going to show you how, hold you accountable, give you the training, get you up and running. We'll give you the systems that's worked for so many thousands of people. We're getting you a free year of our lead gen tool for yourself so you can generate leads. And then we give you the white label right so you can go off and actually sell that program. So you use the leads tool to sell the leads tool. We're like, who's my ideal buyer? We'll show you how to find them. Actually, I'll show you in a demo right now. Who's my ideal buyer? Do you think they'd like a leads tool? Oh, I've got one for sale. Huh? You use the leads tool to find the client and sell the leads tool. It's freaking amazing. Right. Guys, our total investment for this program is $14.97. We're including all of that, and your total investment is $14.97. And the link is on the page there. That's whitelabelsuite.com/freedom. Now, I've got a whole bunch more that we're going to include in that, but I just want to focus on the white label piece for a second. So your investment is just $14.97. And if just even that workshop unlocks that freedom for you, will it be worth it? Will you spend $100 a month on lead generation in the next year? Yeah. So we're going to give you the leads tool. Just that. You've already covered your lead gen for the next year. Right? We'll give you a white label business in the box, all the templates and trainings and systems, right? But we're not going to leave you there. So that's whitelabelsuite.com/freedom. It's $14.97. And based on feedback, Kyle, can I just confirm that this is ready, the monthly? Based on feedback, when we open the doors to this on Monday, we've also just made the monthly option available as well. So you can actually go down the monthly path. It costs a little bit more, right? And we want you guys to commit, right? We're not asking you like to sign a contract or anything, but don't get into the monthly thinking I'll give it a go, because it's that valley of despair. I want you to dive in and go all in, but we have made it available on a monthly if it makes it easier for you to afford. So whitelabelsuite.com/freedom, you can choose monthly or yearly, but let's dive into this white label piece just for a minute, because I don't know that I've given you the real wow of why that's so good. And I'm going to show you the tool in just a second as well, so you can go really wow. But let me just dive into this for a second. What if you sold just one account for $4.97 a month? Right? Just do the math. In fact, I'll do it for you. If you sold just one client, can you think of one business that would like more leads in the next year? Actually, let me ask that a different way. Can you think of one business that wouldn't like more leads in the next year? If you went and knocked on a door and said, hey, I've got a program that can help you generate leads, what do you think your response rate's going to be? Right? Because it's the hottest niche in the world. Could you find just one client for $4.97 a month? If you sold just one client, you'd be bringing in $5,964 in annual revenue. $5,900 from one client. And if you follow the steps that we're going to outline on Monday, you can be like Mike and do it on your first day. Happy to be here. We just signed up today, and my business partner, Teresa, has already sold a $500 a month client. White Label Suite is amazing. Now, would an extra nearly $6,000 make a difference to your life? Would you be a nutso business owner if you said that that wasn't worthy? And again, we show you how to do it on the first day. Come along to the workshop. It will change your world, right? White Label Suite is amazing. That is one client. Could you think of one business that could use more leads? That's why the white label part of this offer is so huge, because we give you the tool and then we let you sell it under your own brand, under your own pricing, and give you all the support and the tutorials and everything, right? And you can have an uncapped business income starting today. One client. Or if you wanted to like up that freedom game a little bit, you could do like some of our other members. You could sell the leads program for $7,500, just like Lindsay did, right? Hey, Philip, can I read that out? Thank you so much. So Philip, as I said, one of our clients here and members, so great to have you with us. So Philip's just popped that in. I just made an offer to a commercial insurance broker, lead gen, using White Label Suite, $2,500 a month and a $2,500 setup, and then $1,500 a month, right? Now we're charging $1,497 for a year. Philip's just picked that up with one client monthly. Amazing. And Philip, so great to see you, man. Thank you so much for jumping in. So Lindsay sold the lead gen system for $7,500. Sweet. Could you find one? What if you wanted to make $5,400 in your first week like Scott did? My first year, $5,400, 4x return, amazing. What if, like Wilhelmine does, you could bring in $6,500 across 3 leads and just like casually drop that into a chat while we're having our conversation. Whoever signed in as Proventas Consulting, we'll cover all of that in the workshop. How to price it, how to structure your offers, all that kind of stuff, right? So this is possible. These are feedback from our people. And as Philip's just posted in the chat group, and again, appreciate you, man. Thank you. So in fact, it's the leads gen software that's already changed so many people's future. It's the fastest way to sell GHL. Again, remember what I said before. This is the piece that allowed us to go from 0 to 50K MRR in 90 days. We were selling GHL, but we're doing it with the leads tool. And we're going to show you how to do that, right? It's literally the hottest product to sell in every niche. It's the door opener, offering businesses free leads. And again, we show you the system to do that. And it's the deal closer. It's like getting you in the front door and then allowing you to give something of value to the client that everybody wants. In fact, let's go and check it out, yeah? So I want to show you our leads tool, and I'm just going to do like the world's fastest demo here. This is included in your White Label Freedom program, all right? You get a full year's access to this program so you can generate leads for yourself, and we give you the white label version so you can sell it unlimited times and create a true freedom business for yourself, just like our testimonial clients have done. So how does this lead program work? It's got AI at the core. So there's a real artificial intelligence in the background, and that's based on what you load in. So tell it about your business. What's your business name? I've got some demo dump data here, like my business name is Better Business, right? So demo data, this is my business name, my website, what do I sell, and who does it help? Now, for those who are non-techie, could you answer those questions? What is your business name? What is your website? What do you sell? Who does it help? What does it do for them? And who should someone speak to if they're interested? If you can answer those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 questions, all right, that's as techie as you need to be with the AI. Cool, huh? So once you've got that loaded in, now we let the system go to work. So, okay, cool. So we're going to talk about this niche selection, all that kind of stuff. Let's go. We think, okay, I want to sell to realtors, or as Philip said in the chat, commercial insurance brokers. All right. So let's do that. Let's go and find commercial insurance brokers. So I'm going to pop in here and I'm going to go commercial insurance broker. That's who I'm looking for. I'm just going to choose a location. Let me go with Chicago, just for fun. All right. So find me commercial insurance brokers in Chicago, right? And I want to save them as my insurance brokers in a new list. Go. Right. So in just a second or two, the system goes, insurance brokers in Chicago? Sure. Let's go get them for you. All right. So we can literally run this program and we can start to bring these results in. Boom. Here they are. Okay, cool. So I can go as narrow or as broad as I want to go with my targeting. I can drop a pin on the map and go, okay, find me everybody in Berwyn. I just take that down there, and I can use the system to find these people just as broad or as narrow as I want to go. Jeff, yes, all the new white label videos are all part of the membership now as well, right? So Now I've got their business name, I've got their reputation, I've got their website, I've got their phone number, I've got their location. Now there's nothing magic here yet. All of that information can be gathered from Google if you really want to, right? So you can actually go in and find, if you've got hours to spend, you could copy and paste into a spreadsheet and get it all laid out like this. But all of this information is available on Google. But the real magic is happening in the enrichment of that data and the system going to work. So insurance brokers, I go and have a look at these records now and check out what I'm getting. First of all, I've got an employee count. So I know how many people work. Now I might only want to target my prospecting to businesses that have got 20 employees and above. Why? Because I know they can afford me, right? So I've got my employee count. All right. Obviously I've got their website. Now, if I'm running GHL, I can see these guys are running WordPress or Wix. These guys have got their Google Analytics installed. So as an agency, I can start to understand who I'm talking to. Now I've got all of their social media profiles. So I can go and I can engage with these guys directly on Facebook. I can come to their Facebook page and I can drop in a message that I'll show you that AI can generate for you in just a second, right? So now I can communicate with them on multiple platforms. I go where they are, okay? And of course, I've got all of the email addresses and different information of the people that will work there. So I want to talk to Brad, who's the managing partner. All right, cool. I've got his verified email address and I can send Brad an email immediately. Now, what would I say to Brad? Well, that's where the AI is going to kick in, okay? So I can see that this particular company might be an ideal prospect for me. So I might label them as such, like, okay, cool, this is an ideal prospect. I'm just going to literally drop a label on here so I can find him later on, right? So I might come on over here and I might go, okay, I need to label this guy. He's a qualified prospect. Okay, so now I'm using this to kind of make sure I've got my sorting and filtering of my leads. So I go, okay, cool. Look, I'm about to call these guys. I'd like to know a little bit more about them. Yeah. So I let AI do the summary. Okay. So my summary, this is all AI running in the background. This will literally come in and show you all of the details for this company. Now, before I call these guys, wouldn't it be great to know that they're a digital insurance company providing commercial insurance for businesses? They specialize in developing tech and to make insurance more approachable. The company has over employees. They might benefit from our services. Now, check this out. AI has actually even given me an understanding of how my business could benefit them. Because remember, I told the AI what I do and how I help. So now I've actually got an understanding of how we could work together based on AI. It took a second. Okay. Now say, okay, cool. Well, how about we send them a message? Yeah. So I can have AI write for me an Instagram DM that I can literally just copy and paste and go over there and drop it off to them, or create a subject line so I can pop it into an email. So I can get the AI to write for me a specific, unique email subject line. What about creating like a personalized introduction that allows me to drop that into an email? So every email that I send out has got a personalized piece. So I've got AI that can actually run a specific prompt that gives me a piece I can insert into my email. I noticed that your business is revolutionizing the commercial insurance industry by offering a digital insurance platform. Amazing, personalized, yeah? What about the next guys? If these guys, we want to run the same thing, is it different or do we say the same thing? The AI creates a unique introduction for every single business. Now, here's what's cool is now that I've got AI to do my subject line, my intro, my summary, I literally go tick and I send them all across to my CRM. If you're running GHL, it's all GHL. If you've got your white label GHL, it's your clients will see your GHL account connection, all that kind of stuff. And it all goes straight across to your CRM. And all of those intros and all of those summaries and all of that kind of stuff can go straight into an outbound email campaign or a messaging campaign. And it's all done by AI. All right. So this is one method we find by niche, by vertical. Guys, just give me a 1 if that's handy. If you could say, I could use that. Give me a 1 if you could see that that would be beneficial to your business. If you could say, yep, I could find my ideal clients. All right, cool. So the question then, now that you've got a white label license, is who do you think would also be able to benefit? And that's just one method of searching. In our people search, so that's our company search. In our people search, we can get so much more detailed. We can say, you know what, find me the CEO, all right? And anybody that's a CEO, and I'm looking in London, okay? So let's change continents here for a second. So let's go London, where are we? London, okay. So London, and now let's get granular. Let's go find me everybody who's got a million turnover and above, All right. Find me people who are in a specific industry. So we might say the real estate industry. Okay. And we might say, okay, yep, there we go. Real estate. Find me people who have got this particular degree, who went to that school, who have got this many employees. Go. So now we can get really, really detailed with how we're bringing these people over. Say, cool, we know that these guys fit within what we're talking about. Great. Let's again, drop them across into a list and let the system start to enrich that data. All right. So in all of my data now, again, when I'm looking at this, I'm starting to see, sorry, did I go to the same one? Same one? I did. Where's my people search? Here we go. My principal realtors, there they are. All right. So now we're starting to do that enrichment, starting to find the socials all coming through, but I can also go, you know what? I want a little bit more data here. Let's go and further enrich this data and see what we can come back with. All right. So now we can see, okay, this is going to, pop up with some more info in just a second. And it's going to be where they went to school and how long they've been in this business and how many other people work at that thing. What's their exact turnover, all of that kind of information. Now, again, let me ask you this. Would that be valuable to you? If you could find your ideal prospects, let AI do the work, connect it up with your CRM, connect with them across multiple platforms, keep all your lead systems organized. Would that be of value to you? To you? Just give me a one if that would be of value to you, right? To your business. If we can have a look and say, I could find leads, I can sell my business, whatever it is I sell to these companies, right? 111. So if it's valuable to you, then the white label license means it's valuable to others as well. And you can come in here and you can create your own package for sale. So you can set your own price. You can have, your buy buttons on the page. You've got everything ready to go. So your customers are managed here. The money's straight into your bank account. You get literally be set up, ready to take money within 5 minutes or less. Okay. So you can come in here. All you need to do, and I'm being serious, like 5 minutes, well, you're joking. No, just create a package for sale. So we're going to call this our demo package. All right. This is it. Whoever wants to time me on a stopwatch. Demo package, it's got 200 leads a month. All right. And so I'm going to give them 200 credits every month, and I'll choose a password by the system. Do I want them to have allowed multiple users or however I want that to be done? Let's make this $197 a month. Okay. And I want to add a setup fee. So this is my setup fee. All right. So my setup fee is $1,000. Okay. How's that stopwatch looking? Because I can take money now. Literally now. I just created a package for sale. There it is, my demo package. I've now got an actual sales page that I can send people. I just drop my logo in here. Okay. So I can build this out. I can add in a video or whatever it is I want. I can put my logo in here, do all that kind of stuff. Buy this now. All right. So that's what's going to pop up. Okay. Once that's ready to rock, I've literally got a buy button that I can now send people straight on a messenger. Done. Now, when somebody buys this, they get their email logins, they get their own account, they'll have your own white label tutorials, which I'll give you guys in just a second, but I can set up and take money immediately. So if the lead system is good, I can set up and be ready to take sales in minutes, and I can sell this as many times as I want. That is what we're talking about as a freedom-based business. All right. So guys, just give me a one if that's cool. Give me a one in the chat box if that's like cool. Yeah, that's awesome. So that's why like the workshop, the overwhelm beta, all that kind of stuff is great. But now we're also giving you the leads tool for a full year and the white label license to sell that leads tool and build a business for yourself. And that's not all, right? That's not all. So you get the full white label rights with our freedom program. And I just want to play this just for a second because keep an eye out for Sean Clark, those of you who are GHL fans. Here we go.
White label suite.
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 White label suite
is amazing.
Over $700,000 worth of annuity.
This week I have 9 meetings booked.
Predictable way of meeting clients.
Conversion rates massive.
For our clients, probably millions of dollars worth of sales, utilizing the tools of White Label Suite.
Definitely recommend them.
The boys over at White Label Suite are the real deal.
I highly recommend White Label Suites to anybody that is interested in leveling up in their business.
All right. Absolutely what we're here to do.
White label suite.
White label suite.
Hang on, wait. That's Farrell. He was the 16-year-old kid that brought in 9 appointments in his first week. Who else we got in here? Danielle selling to lawyers, right? So Danielle created an incredible lead gen system for lawyers. Sam obviously running Upex and finding leads with White Label Suite. Dan built a six-figure business. John, he's our sales trainer, millions of dollars worth of sales with White Label Suite. And Sean just saying White Label Suite is amazing. Super cool. Love that. Let me keep on going here. So your investment in this program is $14.97, right? A whole year. You get leads for a year, all the training, all the workshop, all that kind of stuff. What happens after a year? You can choose to renew if you want to. You can also cancel if you don't. If you made one sale, right? You've got people paying you that it's covering your costs more than, plus you've got lead gen, plus our weekly training, all that kind of stuff we'll get into. So if you want to join us, it's whitelabelsuite.com/freedom. Yes, we do offer a monthly payment plan now. So you can jump on over. It's a little bit more expensive, but again, don't think you're going to jump into White Label Suite, give it a month because you're in that valley of despair. Like jump in, all in. We just make the monthly available so that you can make it more affordable. But $14.97 works out to be about $124 a month. And again, would you spend $100 on lead gen in the next month? Yep. What about if you got somebody else to pay you for those leads? Hell yeah. That's the white label piece. Right. So everything that we talked about, the Freedom Path Workshop, which we said was already amazing. So the Freedom Path Workshop includes all of our templates, recordings, workbooks, everything. Once you've gone through that workshop, you'll absolutely know exactly how to beat the overwhelm and make sales quickly. Jared Holmes, another one of our clients, jumping in. Amazing to see you here, man. David West's in the house. Jared from Boulder Digital is one of our trusted partners. He's also what we call part of our black box team. So if you don't want to get stuck in the overwhelm, Jared can help you. And again, he's part of our team and community. So you get that fast Freedom Path Workshop. You get our Fast Client Challenge, which means once you've been through the workshop and you know what to do, we'll teach you how to get a client within 5 days. Let's go. We'll give you the 20 free lead system that's blowing up calendars and letting people fill their sales funnels faster. That's what broke us through. That was the informed optimism piece that we were missing. We started, and we show you how to use this, by the way. In the system is exactly how to set this up, how to make it work, what to do, what the offer is, all that kind of stuff. And the fast sales snapshot, so you can be taking money immediately. We give you full year access to the lead gen program itself, which we're selling for $197 a month just on its own. But we also give you the white label rights to that program. So you can sell it as often as you want. So there's over $5,600 worth of value there that you get for $14.97. But of course, there's also a ton of bonuses. Wouldn't be a webinar without some bonuses, right? So let's bonus the heck out of this. Of course, there's a ton of bonuses. Bonus number 1, to complement the white label piece of the lead gen tool, the exact ads, the scripts, the social media posts, the slide deck presentations, even sales call recordings that you can learn from, and systems that we've used to sell over $1 million of this software. We literally give you everything so that you don't even need to be, don't have to create a presentation. You don't have to even think about what to say, right? All done. We even give you a white label sales presentation itself, and your investment is still $14.97. That white label sales presentation is a done for you recording in the members area. We've got a voiced version, which has got some weird Australian dude on it, but we also give you an unvoiced version and the subtitles and the scripts so you can get it revoiced if you want to, okay? But now you don't even need to do a presentation. This is just a 6-minute video you can send out to an interested prospect. David said, this is realer than the real deal, Holyfield. Thank you, man, appreciate you, right? So we give you the white label sales presentation. So you can literally send this to people immediately. And again, I keep talking about Brad Elias. That's what he did. He dropped into a business group and said, hey, is anybody interested in getting some leads? The people that said yes, he sent them the white label video, and he built up to a $1,500 monthly recurring revenue in his first month, right? Your investment is still $14.97. Your investment is still just $14.97, right? So to complement that again, we also give you all of the white label support materials for your software, a full set of white label, that means unbranded, support and tutorial videos, and a white label knowledge base for your business. So that means you don't even need to know about the software, because when your customers have a question, all of the answers are in the knowledge base. They can just search, they get the answers, they can watch a tutorial video. It's all unbranded, so you can literally just upload it to your own YouTube channel and they're your support videos, ready to rock. We also have the tutorials for the clients and support videos there as well. And your investment is still $14.97 or monthly if you want to go that option. So just these inclusions, the white label compliments, which is the templates and the scripts and the social media, the white label sales video, the white label knowledge base and tutorials, just that adds another $29.91 to our value, right? Thank you, Roxy. And Jeff, amazing. Already in. So now we're talking, what are we up to? About 8.5 grand. And your price is still $14.97 for a full year. All right. But do we just leave it there? Like, is that just, is that enough? No, hell no. Let's keep going. Every single week, we got you back. Weekly Q&A calls and training calls. You ask anything that you need. You can get live advice, accountability, and growth strategies with our team. All right. There is literally a full team and a community to support you. Okay. We've got your back. Our agency growth SOP collection. Remember I said I'm working less than I ever have, is because the systems are running in the background. So all of those SOPs, which stands for standard operating procedures, are included in this package too. We want you to have a freedom-based business. That's included. And your investment is still just $14.97. We give you the mega bonus. This is a huge one. This is the closed door masterclass vault. It's the vault of champions. We've got people that are the best in the world talking about sales and strategy and mindset and goal achievement. You get the whole lot. All right. And as Jess says, not going to lie, that's what NGL says for people in my generation. NGL, not going to lie. These talks have been incredible. I've not even used the leads yet. And the talks alone are so worth it. All right. That's $2,000 to get access to that vault of geniuses. And you get the whole lot, literally. Your investment's still $14.97. Software, training, templates. You're getting snapshots. You're getting workshops. You're getting community. You're getting live Q&A, live support, white label support videos, white label sales training, and it's still $14.97. Also, we want you to succeed with GHL. GHL is another white label software program that fits within our model. So we give you a complete live updated GHL knowledge base. So to take away all of those support questions on GHL, we're also going to give you a live updated GHL knowledge base. So you don't have to keep up with the updates. The updates automatically populate into your GHL knowledge base. And it's still $14.97. We'll give you the business growth super pack, which has got the one call close, teaching you literally how to make a sale on your first call, how to double your revenue in 90 days, how to run profitable Facebook ads, how to run profitable YouTube ads, the quick wins framework, and the never lose a client framework. This is the business growth super pack. That's included. And it's still $14.97. We'll give you the sales accelerator bonus. This is the legendary John Logan. John, and just to give this a little bit of a weight here, this closed door training has created multiple 5-figure sales of GHL and the lead generator system. It's the big win, where you can find out how to sell your program, the lead gen program and GHL, for $5,000 and above. John's the master, says Philip Williams. Exactly. Leave the struggling $99 sales for the others. And again, just some people that have gone through this, right? Wilhelmine just talking about how this has been the best program that she's ever gone through. Use this. So you remember the testimonial from Wilhelmine? So she went through this program and then she closed $6,500 worth of sales in a day. Brad, use this tool to help close a $16,000 deal. Nathan, White Label Suite helped us secure a $20,000 client. Anyone? Can you hear that? That's a freedom business knocking at your door. And again, proven over years with thousands of people. The risk to you is minimized by the people that have been here before you and by the investment into the tools and systems. And your investment is still $14.97. We asked you what your life would be like, guys. This is proven. It's proven that you can achieve that freedom with white label software. And now it's time to take action. So the URL is whitelabelsuite.com/freedom. Let me just drop that in the chat box so you guys can click on it if you want to. whitelabelsuite.com/freedom. You can head on over and literally get everything in that package. Our training workshop, the first piece, starts on Monday, right? So this promotional time will end as that workshop opens, right? Now, if you're watching this as a replay, you can still jump in, right? And the workshop will be in your members area ready to go. That's your starting point, the Freedom Workshop. What would things be like for your money, for your time, for your health, for your relationships, when you unlock real freedom, which you can do with white label software? So you get the Freedom Path Workshop, the templates, the recordings, the workbooks that go with that. You get our Fast Client Challenge. As soon as you've done the workshop, you're in. You get the 20 free lead system and the fast sales snapshot, you get a full year's access to our lead gen program. So you can jump in and get up to 1,000 leads a month straight up for yourself to make sales. And we give you the white label rights to that, which means you have an uncapped earning potential. The value just of that is $56.49. We then also give you a white label complement pack, which has got your white label sales video, your white label support video, white label knowledge base. We give you all the tools, the templates, the sales collateral, the social media posts, everything ready to go. We give you our weekly live Q&A and training calls. Jump on, ask anything with our team live every single week. We give you the Growth Focus Super Pack. We give you the Masterclass Full Vault, and you get access to John's High Ticket Sales Accelerator program. Those bonuses are just under $16,000. And your price is still $14.97. So guys, I've just got 2 more slides, but that's the deal. It's $14.97. If you just got the lead software, if you just were looking at leads for yourself for the next 12 months, which you should be, right? If you just used the leads program alone, you're $1,000 up. That's like no brainer, right? Even if I just use the leads tool, I'm $1,000 up. But everything else in there as well, heck, might just work. I might be able to follow the steps. I might just be able to make a $500 sale on my first day. Heck, I might just make this work. Jared says, I want to be able to show my enthusiasm like David West's epic image. Yeah. Guys, like you can see David's here with us. Jared's here with us. Jeff's here with us. These are our clients. Philip Williams in the house. Roxy already joining us. Like, guys, we're so grateful for you guys coming on in. We love on our members like crazy because our success is linked to yours. We want to help you grow. That's how we're growing our business, and we're not slowing down. All right. We've got some pretty good goals. We want to bring a whole bunch of people who want to achieve success with us. So $14.97, I've got just 2 more slides. The first of them is an FAQ. And again, I just want to make this real simple for you guys. What I said before was your risk is minimized from the people that have come before you, the testimonials you've already seen, the people that are in our chat box right now, just, shouting us out. Your risk is minimized by the fact that you get a leads program that's in itself better value than what your money is. But is there a guarantee? Yeah, of course there is. We have a no questions asked 30-day money back guarantee. If you're not happy for any reason or no reason whatsoever, just hit us up, right? We're here to help you succeed. So there's no risk. You want to jump in? We want you here. We want to help and grow with the people that want to stay with us. So no questions asked, money back guarantee, 30 days. We trust our system. Is it a one-time cost? It's an annual program. So that means that you get to keep the white label system, the 1,000 leads a month, the weekly trainings, the community. We'll update the software for you and we'll keep it all done at the lowest price it possibly ever can be. But you can cancel at any time, right? So if any time in that first 12 months, you're like, yeah, didn't make my money back. Well, that means you didn't make a sale. We'll teach you how to do that. But if you want to cancel and not have the leads next year, you can. You can cancel anytime. Can I get help? Oh, this is huge. Yep. Absolutely. We've got that full team on hand. We are live in the community. We have those weekly Q&A calls, weekly training calls, plus live support and AI support. It's in our best interest to help you. So AI support, you drop into our members area, the little chat box down the bottom right-hand corner, ask a question. Haley, who's our AI bot, is going to answer with the best we can. But if that doesn't help, team's on hand, right? Plus, book into a call every single week. I got a question. Cool. Come and get an answer. I've got training every single week. Can I get some help? Hell, we're going to make sure you're dragged to success, right? We need you to succeed. Let us help. Our whole business is here to make sure that you build a freedom-based business, right? Where can I get the Freedom Playbook? Now, I made this promise to everybody. I said I'll bribe you to stick around because I want to give you a playbook to follow to walk away with. So you can download from whitelabelsuite.com/freedom-playbook. While you write that down, freedom-playbook, all right, I'll just read what Jared just said. It's crazy value because the tool itself makes the ROI in a single sale. I had this paid for by one customer in 2 months when I first signed up. The actual extras make the community the most valuable I've ever seen. Thank you, man. And David says, you guys are the best and most sincere people I've ever come across in my 43 years. Brother, appreciate you. Thank you so much. Our success is linked to yours. We want to help you guys. That's so great, you guys. Thank you so much. A couple of our members there throwing that in. So guys, this is my last slide. My last slide. And it is, of course, everything in the package. You get the software, you get the white label rights to that software, you get our templates, our sales tools, our sales call recordings. There's a really great one in there where I was pitching to a commercial hotel booker, talking about wedding venues, really great sales training calls. You get the snapshots, You get the agency SOPs, you get the masterclass vault, you get our white label tutorial video pack, you get our white label knowledge base. We'll keep your software updated. Every single month we're doing new releases. So we keep your software updated. You don't have to pay for that. We give you the access to the high price sales framework with John Logar, GHL help, white label videos. That is our entire program. And I just want to finish with this. When you get into the members area, you're going to face that beast that we said was the #1 problem, and it's overwhelm. So all of your stuff is there, and I cannot endorse enough. Come along to the workshop on Monday, because if you get stuck in the overwhelm, we haven't done our job properly. And on that workshop, come Monday, in that first day session, which is going to be a couple of hours, and yes, it's going to be recorded, we'll beat that overwhelm once and for all. But you got to be part of the team, right? To be part of the team, it is whitelabelsuite.com/freedom, $14.97 for a whole year. And you can go the monthly if you can't quite swing the annual. Let's go get it, guys. I'm happy to stick around for any Q&A, guys. Thank you so much for the opportunity to come and say hello, for hanging out with me. Thank you to our members who are jumping in and saying such nice things. It's amazing to see you guys. If there's anything that we can answer, I will happily hang around until there's no more questions. whitelabelsuite.com/freedom. Come and stake your claim. Come and get it. All right, guys, I'll mute off, but I'll still be here for a few more moments. If you've got a question, happy to answer. Thank you so much for coming along, guys. I really appreciate you. All right, guys, looks like we covered all the questions. Anybody got a last question or so, just drop it in the chat. We'll just wait 60 seconds or so. If no other questions, thank you so much, guys. Head over to whitelabelsuite.com/freedom, and we'll see you in the members area ready for our workshop. 60 seconds if there's no other questions, and we'll finish it off. Thanks again, everyone. Cheers.